Hey guys, I got 5 records today to show off. All of them are reggae, and all of them are classics that you should check out. And the first one is Freddie McGregor, Bobby Babylon. This is a reissue put out in 2006 by Heartbeat in collaboration with Studio One. You know, that's the original record label, the legendary Studio One. With Heartbeat, you know, they've been kind of collaborating, or they used to collaborate with Studio One, and they, you know, have been sourcing from the master tapes and really doing them justice. You know, everything on Heartbeat is recommended. You know, if you're into reggae, definitely look up Heartbeat, the record label, because it's an amazing treasure trove of Jamaican music put out in a quality that's, you know, unrivaled, because, you know, they're actually sourcing from master tapes, working with the producers, and all that stuff, you know. But yeah, like, that's why like, this was kind of like put out by Heartbeat, and yeah, because the original album is really hard to find, and it's not that it's hard to find, but it's just hard to find in good condition, you know, and for a good price, because you know, like, you just don't find them very often, you know. They're all like trashed, messed up, you know. People play the crap out of them, you know, because they love them so much. But anyway, this is a really great album. If you like artists like Horace Sandy, Sugar My Knot, I think you would like this album. It's really good, because Freddie McGregor, he has a very soulful voice. He sings about a lot of real things, a lot of cultural roots, topics. You know, Babylon, Rastamans, all that crap. You know, all that good stuff. He has a song on here called "I Am a Revolutionist," where he kind of like talks down on capitalism, which I think is pretty tight. Then there's a song called "Rastaman Camp," which is like crazy, dark, brooding reggae. There's a song called "Gonna Take Over Now," which is a great kind of like update on old ska tune by the Ethiopians with the same title. He does it, you know, he kind of does a reggae do-over. There's a song called "Line of Violence," which is a great kind of biblical type of tune, biblical inspired, because he's kind of like taking from these like biblical proverbs, you know, the wine of violence, the bed of wickedness, or whatever. Don't eat it, don't drink it, you know. Some nice Rasta warnings, you know, live good, and good shall come unto you. The title track, Bobby Babylon, is really awesome, you know. You know, Babylon, whatever, is always a consistent theme in the reggae world. If you don't know, Babylon is kind of like the oppressor, you know. It's kind of like taken from the Bible, of course, you know, because the Israelites, you know, were held captive in Babylon, and the Rastas, you know, fucking centuries later, obviously, in the 40s, started seeing parallels, you know, with their own situation. You know, as all black brethren, you know, they were all, you know, taken from Africa, you know, captivity, you know, kind of like suffering from the colonialism, so to speak. So that's the kind of like parallel they saw, you know, taken from their own land to a foreign land, from oppressors, from evil men or whatever. You know, the same thing with how the Jews think of their kind of history, you know, and you know, captivity in Babylon, you know. So that's why Babylon is such a big, such a reoccurring theme in roots, or just reggae, you know, songs in general, because, you know, because the biggest reggae artist obviously is Bob Marley, and sure enough, you know, he talks about babble on all the time. You know what I'm saying? Can't shut up about it. You know. Um, there's a song called "Tomorrow's Like is Like Today," which is a really good, really nice, kind of reflection on life. You know, deep stuff. You know, this album is really, it's really deep, very meaningful. You know, that's why I think it's a really just awesome classic album because it's, you know, it's so full of life. You know, there's a song called "Go Away, Pretty Girl." Kind of telling a girl that's kind of like doing them wrong to go away. You know. There's a song called "What Difference Does It Make?" You know, it's kind of like little like nihilistic type of tune where he's kind of saying like, what does it all matter? What difference does it make? What difference does it make? Good stuff. We have there's a song called "We Need More Love," which is obviously a plea for peace, a worldwide message. Plea for peace. We need more love, right? Love. Then we have a song called "Bandulu," which is some kind of Jamaican term for like, I think I want to say like a bad man or a bad act, like because he talks about the Bandulu man, and the Bandulu man is almost like like a Babylon man or a whatever, Bandulu man, somebody's just like tricking people, putting them in bad situations, don't want to do that. But yeah, this is an awesome reissue, double disc. First disc has the original album, of course, but then the second disc is crucial because has a bunch of like bonus songs, or not really bonus songs, but like songs that were on 7 inches, 12 inches, and fortunately, they kind of compiled them and kind of gave them another life, because those 7 inches, 12 inches are just like long gone. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, anyway, yeah, we'll go on to the next album. We got this Wailing by the Wailing Souls. This is a really classic set, I think, because the Wailing Souls, like, I have a couple Wailing Souls records. One I really like. Another one, it's cool, but like, I like the early stuff, because if you know anything about reggae, you know that like, artists, groups, whatever, they go through different sounds as as the eras progress, whatever, kind of like trying to keep in touch or keep up with the changing styles, whatever. So that's why you'll have like some artists, they even have like some artists even started off in the ska days, with a faster rhythm. But then later on they have Bob Marley, right? Bob Marley is probably the prime example of that. You'll have songs that you won't even recognize, if all you know is just the mainstream island Bob Marley. You know what I'm saying? Because he started off playing ska, with the Wailers and all that stuff. And ska is like very fast-paced, style of Jamaican music, influenced by R&B, New Orleans jump blues and all that bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. This is the Wailing Souls. Because the thing is, like, I like their Studio One material the most, for sure. Because I think they started off recording for Studio One in the '60s, and all that stuff. Has the type of production that I really love, or really I'm really drawn to. Because if you know anything about that old Studio One stuff from the '60s, early '70s, it has like type of production that's very raw, very just like full of just energy that you can't get in like a that kind of got lost later on. When the bigger budgets, the kind of like, I don't know. I have to talk more about that later, maybe. I don't know what I'm talking about right now, but anyway, Wailing Souls. This one isn't on Studio One. This isn't a Studio One production. This is I think this was produced by Linval Thompson. Linval Thompson is a big name, in this kind of like later era of reggae, because this is probably like, I think this is like a late 70s, you know, late 70s release. And yeah, the sound on this one is, you know, it's very bass heavy, obviously, but very spacey, because it's mixed by a scientist, you know. And scientist, you know, he's known for his dub, and there's lots of like dub effects on this album, you know, lots of like tons of reverb, a lot of echo effects. And this album's actually kind of like in a showcase kind of style in a way, where like where the original vocal song is followed by a dub, you know, the kind of like heavy effect treated, you know, kind of like instrumental version of the previous song. You know, that's kind of the showcase style, you know. But awesome album, you know, highly recommend it. You know, if you want some deep, soulful, heavy reggae. Next album, Jaw Lion, Columbia Calling. This is a classic. This is very different from the previous two albums, because this is what you would consider a DJ album. A DJ album. And what does that mean? It means that the person that's kind of like doing the vocals on this album, he isn't singing, you know, he's kind of just like talking over the track, you know. And that's a crucial difference, you know, singing versus talking, right? But you know, saying talking is very like putting it, selling it short, because they're obviously, you know, like doing it with like a rhythm, a flow, and they're saying things that are like very cool, very kind of like, just, you know, just how should I say it? It's like different DJs have different kind of like themes or different kind of styles, you know. Early DJs, you know, they didn't really talk about very like rootsy stuff, very cultural stuff. They were just kind of like talking on the track, trying to hype everybody up, saying, oh, you know, like this track is, you know, fire, it's a hot one, it's a scorcher, and all that shit. But later on, the DJs got more like advanced, more complex, and they started talking about like kind of almost like they were prophets, you know, preaching how to live, you know, preaching Rasta themes, cultural stuff, but all types of stuff too. You know, they would even like, even they would like, you know, talk about love, you know, kind of like, they would talk about like, you know, like, you know, kind of funny songs too, you know, kind of silly songs, you know, because, you know, reggae is definitely, you know, is not a, you know, stranger to that, you know, silly kind of like dumb pop songs, or dumb kind of like tongue-in-cheek songs, you know, and you know, yeah, I don't know, yeah, this is by Jaw Lion, and Jaw Lion, he goes by a different name, thinking like Jaw Lloyd, but the thing about this album is that it's produced by Lee Perry, you know. So not only do you get like the fucking awesome DJ, but you get the Lee Perry production, and the Lee Perry production is very just like atmospheric, deep, murky, psychedelic, kind of reggae. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have to do a video about Lee Perry, you know, kind of showing off my Lee Perry records, kind of talking about why I like him and why he's so amazing. But yep, this is just an awesome album, because it's just a very just like dance, deep, dank album. You know what I'm saying? Like, put this on, you can play this album, you know, front to back, and just like have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Get it. Columbia Calling. Look at the back too, man. It has a fucking awesome picture of Lee Perry, looking like a fucking gangster with that fucking like tank top or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not gangster. I don't know what I'm talking about. But he looks fucking awesome. I love Lee Perry, man. Lee Perry's the shit. Okay. Okay, I think I got two more to show. Here, I might as well show this one. This is another DJ album. Dillinger, CB200. Another classic DJ album, another classic set. Dillinger, you know, is a famous DJ, you know, very prolific, you know. He produced, or he kind of like did work for lots of different producers. He did work for Lee Perry. This isn't a Lee Perry production though, because it says on the back it was recorded and mixed at Channel 1. You know, it wasn't recorded with Lee Perry, but he definitely did stuff with Lee Perry. You know, he had some very nice cuts with Lee Perry. You know, overly paired rhythms, black arc rhythms. But yeah, this is Dillinger, the CB200, put out by Island. This is probably his, it's kind of major label debut, on the Mango label, an Island subsidiary. Mango, I love the Mango label because these are always kind of solid pressings, and all the titles usually on Mango are fucking classic, because they put out a lot of other Lee Perry stuff, some other stuff too. I'm blanking out right now, but this is a fucking awesome album. You know what I'm saying? The big song on the album is Cocaine in My Brain, which is classic, you know what I'm saying? Not endorsing cocaine, but like, saying how crazy it is and why you shouldn't do it, you know what I'm saying? And CB200, like the CB200 is like a fucking motorcycle, because Dillinger likes motorcycles, or he was a rider or whatever, showing love to the CB200. Yeah, man, but like this is a fucking awesome album, very deep, dank, heavy, dub effects kind of all throughout the whole thing, so it's just like very just groovy, fucking awesome album. I recommend it. This is the last one. It's the fucking Augustus Pablo. This is Augustus Pablo. Augustus Pablo is like fucking awesome, Augustus Pablo is kind of known for his kind of session playing, because he's not a singer, because I think he also goes by the name Horace Swaby, and so if you see that name on the back of a cover, seeing him play on keyboard, melodica, that's him, because as far as I know, that he doesn't do vocals. I never heard him sing, but he's just known for his like instrumental work, but his instrumental work is just amazing. It's like, saying it's instrumental is kind of almost selling it short, because it's almost like meditative, like, soundscapes, whatever, what I'm saying? Like, they're not just like fucking instrumentals. These are real deal like songs, with like real moods, progressions, they're not just like throwaway fucking like instrumentals, Anyway, like this is Augustus Pablo. This is a great album because I should tell you that he's known for his instrumental work, but what instrument, right? The instrument is the melodica. And as far as I remember, the melodica is like some kind of like instrument that's like looks like a piano, like a small little piano. You play it with like keys, but like you also like blow on it, and apparently it was like primarily known, before Augustus Pablo made it famous. It was primarily known as a children's instrument, what I'm saying? I guess it was like used to teach children, how to play keys and all that crap, or whatever. But Augustus Pablo, he just made it his own, and when he plays it on a track, it has this kind of eerie, pretty, beautiful, melodic kind of like quality, I even think like his music is kind of like referred to, it's kind of like this Eastern mystic kind of style, that's a term that kind of gets thrown around when you see people talk about Pablo's work, Eastern mystic, whatever, because I think he himself, that was his like type of what he was kind of going for, this type of Eastern type of like sound. So yeah, I don't know, this is an awesome album that everybody should check out. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do some more videos like these, showing off other types of records, other types of genres, but yeah, anyway, talk to you guys later. Bye.